Hey, this is Dawn Shireen. Welcome to my podcast, The Delusion is Vast. Well, I haven't felt the need to do a show in a while because things were kind of calm enough. But now that things are amping back up again, I feel a need to reintroduce you all to the stalking issue I have in Flagstaff, Arizona, and to the two people who are actively stalking me, Bill Blankenship and Henry Valdivia of Flagstaff, Arizona, North 1st Street. So I just feel like a quick update. I don't want this podcast to have to focus on this, but apparently now that I'm going into court and there's all kinds of things going on now, it's going to be my life for a period of time here. So I might as well get used to talking about it and how all this negativity is actually affecting my life, my mental health, and everything about how someone should be able to live but can't live when they are being stalked and having their civil rights continually violated. So, a couple shows back, I actually talked about how I came to be stalked in Flagstaff, and that's probably a really good refresher for people who have no idea what's going on here. That's a good place to start at. The same two players, it's just amped now to a point of actual, destruction of property, which is not my property, but so the landlord is now actually paying the stalker to destroy his own property in order to harass, torment. I don't know what the end game is because it just seems stupid that it just is continuing. The initial thing happened. Well, the initial thing happened 2 days after I moved in here, which would have been April 23rd of 2022, 22, 23, 24, 23. And yeah, when, he came in and then basically told me what a fucking pig, fucking predator he is, and this is the stalker. Now, the landlord took me a little bit longer to put two and two together to figure out that he's, actually just the flip side of the coin on this. And it's, it just really sucks, to feel like somebody that you trusted enough to rent a property from actually has nothing but ill intent against you. And I don't know, man. I keep on trying to get through to clear to people that if you have an insurance policy on me, it's going to be really hard to get paid on it because I have suicide in my past. So any kind of claims are going to be super, super hard to prove. But I mean, if that's what it's all about, if it's all about the money, I can guarantee you my life is not going to get you much as far as insurance goes. Anyway, so it's been a minute since I last talked, and I just want to set a couple things straight. So when I go back and we have to listen to this in court or whatever these transcripts are going to be wound up being used for, my book, legislation, I'm not sure where this is going, but somewhere, all this is for naught. Believe me, my suffering is so that someone else doesn't have to actually go to the extent of what I'm going through. And I'm okay with that. I know I'm not going to have anything happen here because it already would have happened. Now it's just a manipulation and they're just trying to, scare me and shit. And it's just more annoying. I mean, the funny thing is, so let's dig holes under the house so we can put skunks in there, right? Well, let's not think about the fact that it's winter and we have to heat the house. I'm not paying for the heating. Whatever, man. I tarp the whole fucking house. Dig holes everywhere you want to. I'm going to keep on heating the house and be comfortable. And that's not my bill. Haha, it's funny because Bill Blankenship is one of the main people stalking me of North 1st Street, Flagstaff, Arizona. So, it's just ridiculous that I don't know why the landlord would want to actually work against himself unless he's looking for some kind of a quick, this thing is not worth shit. I mean, you bring this trailer to the ground, you're not even going to get a fucking penny for it because it's not worth a fucking penny, okay? As far as rental space goes in Flagstaff, yeah, it's worth a penny. But as far as actual, what it's worth, no. No, I've done so much fucking repair work on the inside of this thing. I've now since the other day when I had to go to Tractor Supply again to buy the new tarps because of them digging the holes in the back so the cold air blowing up through the floor, and all the new screws I need to make sure that they're not disattaching the windows and the doors and all this stuff. So it was another $86 I spent. So my grand total now over the past 4 months is about $586 in order to just maintain the inside of this place so that somebody can't actually get in, and try to maintain heat. And and the plumbing issue, I don't know what's up with that, but I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just going to start flooding out the house. I don't really care anymore. Don't care because they don't care about me. No, and I do care. Of course, I'm not going to fucking do that, but that's what I feel like, right? I'm not going to do that, but I have other plans for the next strategy to fuck with me. And because we're in a fucking actual war now. I mean, I don't care if you want to call it spiritual warfare or if you just want to call it fucking downright fucking low class motherfucker, meth head, alcoholic, fucking money hungry, greedy fucking bastard, not gonna get me. But I have things that I'm gonna do to protect myself. And I mean, if we're looking for evidence-based shit, well, chemical burns are pretty much evidence, aren't they? Frozen paintballs to the fucking noggin, I think, are probably evidence, right? And that's not a lethal weapon, so to speak, right? I mean, somebody's trying to break in my house. I'm doing it. I don't care. I have accepted the fact that if I have to kill somebody, I am okay with that. I can accept that. I can accept that. Because obviously they don't have much value for their life if they're trying to come at me that way. So I might as well just do them a favor and just get it over quick for them. I mean, that's how I look at it now. So yeah, like I said, the Attorney General did accept the civil rights case from August. And, now with all the new shit that's going on and everything, and to show that it's ongoing and that there's been no ceasing in the activity, it doesn't look good. I know there's other things going on that could monetarily bankrupt somebody, and, but that's, again, not my problem. I tried so hard to be kind, be graceful, be merciful. I prayed for this fucking man's wife, whether she's really sick or not now, I don't know, man. Was it just a ploy to take my energy? Possibly, to divert me from what is really going on in my own life and to feel sorry for him so that I don't press charges and I don't do what I wound up having to do. I mean, how many times has this happened before at this property? How many people have been run off this property? How many people have possibly even been unalived on this property? I mean, I am really trying to figure out how to get the records to that. Now, yeah, I mean, of course, there's 3-letter agencies involved because of the human trafficking aspect of my life and how this could possibly play into, the trafficking and just being, shuffled from hands to hands, which doesn't seem very smart because the other two people who human trafficked me are both deceased at this point. So it doesn't really seem like a wise thing to do to become part of that. But, whatever floats your boat, man. This is, what they're doing is affecting my life, but it is not my life. If that makes any sense, right? I am learning how to differentiate it. If this guy wants to do fucking destruction on the outside of the house and try to scare me and do all this and do all that, I know how to pop the power breakers. My water's already off. I have ins and outs in here that I'm not going to tell people that I've had to devise in order to know how to do the quick escape hatch shit in here. This is not my first fucking rodeo. I don't know how many fucking times I have to say this. I got trained well in Lakeside, man. I got trained fucking really well in what gang stalking is, what fucking terrorism is, what predatory behavior is, what pedophiles are. I learned hardcore at Running Bear. And to think that I was going to forget that while I was in the cult and become a good Christian girl. I mean, I believe in God. That Christian moniker, I don't know, man. I'm not sure about that. I love people. Not all Christians love people. I don't love these people so much, but as humanity goes, I love humanity as a whole. These people, they're demons. I don't love demons. Okay? And let's differentiate that. If they were people, I would care. But seeing that they're demons, I could give a fuck about any of them at this point. They have proven to me that they are distrustful, that they have no loyalty, that they're not honest, that they're not of God. So what do I need that for? I don't need them at all. you know? And yeah, and of God, how the hell else do you think that somebody gets through an experience like this when they can have no other interactions with people? They're not allowed to let people stay over with them at night during the height of the stalking bullshit. They can't have friends. They can't do this. I was supposed to be able to have a garden when I moved in here. That's really funny as hell to me now, this selling point of, oh, you can have this space of the yard. Just knowing that he was going to pay this motherfucker right from the get-go to stalk me and make it unbearable for me to live here so I could leave, and then he could get another fucking deposit from the government to put another fucking hapless woman in here that they could fucking torment again and get to leave, and just keep this fucking continual cycle of fucking deposits over and over and over and over again. Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to be happening anymore either. So, I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm not running the government. I would imagine, though, that as far as like some kind of misappropriation of funds goes, hiring somebody with government money to stalk somebody is probably a really huge no-no in the guidelines to tenants that are renting through the VA for the homeless veterans program. I bet you dimes to dollars that that's a big flashing no on that. So, you know, other than that, I went for the victim's witness advisory board volunteer position. I'm not thinking I got it, and that's okay because, that's okay. I'm not going to say anything just in case at some point down the line they're just running behind or this or that. But I mean, to think that I don't have enough trauma and actually to be a good person to talk to about like victims' rights and what victims expect from the system and everything is just a little bit hilarious to me. But I can actually go further with a podcast and reach so many more people about what's going on than, working in a Flagstaff victims witness office. But, we'll see what happens. It wouldn't even be working there. It was going to be an advisory board so that they could understand how victims think, because I guess it's really hard to understand unless you've been actually in something like this. But that's okay. I mean, God help if there's somebody that's had more trauma than me in their life and they chose them. Good. They should have it. It's not going to be no skin off my teeth. It was just another sign that I should stay in Flagstaff if I got that. So if I didn't, then it's just a sign from God that, you know what, setting down roots here and actually making this a permanent place is just not in the cards. It's not what was supposed to happen. As much as I thought a couple months ago when things calmed down that, okay, we can finally maybe start to form some roots and just like be normal and live again. But no. Now I'm like 99% of the time and blacked out and no sound, so I can listen and watch and see what's going on. Like, if this guy doesn't think I knew he dug something out by my house on, what day was it, Friday? No, I know. I listened to it, and then he set off fireworks, which I'm sure other people complained about, and I'm sure that's on some kind of police log too, that there was fireworks all through Sunnyside. So, as far as I know, he could be fucking planting pipe bombs onto the house. I'm just not that encouraged to be disadvantaged right now to actually have anybody come in and take a look at that, because, whatever. The landlord wants to destroy his own trailer. Make it make sense. Please, make it make sense. It doesn't. It makes no sense. Just like if you're a maintenance man and you're in a yard and you know that, oh my gosh, they had a skunk issue. If you're the one that didn't dig the hole and put the skunk in it, wouldn't you, as a legitimate maintenance man, think to get a shovel and fill the motherfucking hole? Okay? There's just no two ways about it. I've been through this way too much to not know the truth of what is happening here. And if I die, Bill Blankenship and Henry Valdivia of North 1st Street, Flagstaff, Arizona, are the first two people to come and question. I would also bring a cadaver dog just for shits and giggles, just see what's going on here, because there's way too many flies on this property for there not to be some kind of a fucking body part, sewage, liquids, some kind of fucking issue going on in this fucking yard. So bomb dog and a cadaver dog, or one that's trained in both, and then make sure it gets a huge pup cup at the end of that. So, Other than that, I hope everybody had a decent holiday. It is what it is, right? Yep, I turned 60, so now I'm in my fucking supervillain era of whatever. Could give a flying fuck. I made it this far. I made it through alcoholism. I made it through addiction. I made it through domestic violence. I've made it through fucking trafficking. I've made it through all that shit in the past 60 years that I've lived through to get to here. And if you don't think that the experience I've gained from all that fucking shit I went through isn't going to help me in this, then you probably should not be listening to my podcast because you are not intellectually aware enough to even be able to comprehend what is going on. Okay? So other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just letting you all know that it's back on. The names are the same. Address is the same. Players are the same. More cops. You know, more cops involved, more three-letter agencies involved, more bullshit involved, because these people just don't know when to say when. And that's the reason why I think it's tied to the trafficking, because any fucking normal person would have at this point in time just been like, what am I motherfucking doing? Why am I tormenting this person? Why am I doing everything above and beyond my capacity? Because I have to have a demon on me now in order to actually be powered enough to do fucking shit. Why? Because you're getting paid. That's why. And that's the bottom line. And yeah. So that's just kind of like my quick up view of what's happened over the past, I don't know, a couple months, I guess, because it did kind of stop for a minute. But then I don't know what triggered them. I don't know what this fucking jackass's trigger is. I think meth is probably one of them, but I can't say for sure. Allegedly. But I do know he does drink a lot because he admitted that to me. So that's, I don't have to say anything. He admitted to me that he drinks brown liquor all the time. That would account for the smell. Anyway, yeah. I hope y'all are okay. I really do want to try to make this more positive. I tried to keep this as upbeat as possible regarding that it's such a horrible situation that is just continuing and not stopping. But like I said, if there's any way that this thing happening to me can help create legislation, can help create change, can help create all kinds of stuff to protect people that need to be protected, then I guess I'm your girl, man. I'll slay it. I will indeed slay it. So, hope everybody's good. Love you all. And this is Dawn Shireen, and this is my podcast. I want to say it. Almost said Dancing with Bipolar is so key. This is Dawn Shireen. It's my podcast. The delusion is vast. And hey, let's all stay alive. Okay? Later.